Welcome to a new series called Journalism Inc. With me, Jack Mack, I dive into the biggest internet legends' brains. My goal of this is to kind of show internet legends throughout this weird ecosystem that we all exist in and try to flesh out more about who they are as actual people. New York City, Central Park, this is the perfect place. We kicked it off with the first episode. Everything from internet censorship to Charlie Kirk, AI, her 90-degree thermostat. Maybe she professes her love to Luigi. People from the likes of Candace Owens say they like you. Tucker, I was researching you the other night.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens both said that they like you. But then you also have this vitriol from people. Like, how do you deal with that? And also, why do you think you're such a figure that people almost despise in a way, but also like? I mean, like,
I got a lot of haters and a lot of lovers.
yeah, like, I mean, you have people that from the right that hate you, from the left that hate you, from the right that say, I actually like you. That's what Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson.
I know, that was hilarious.
Such a figure that people
He called me the Che Guevara of the Biden administration.
were you though?
I hate Joe Biden. I think I hate Joe Biden more than Tucker Carlson.
Some of your biggest haters and biggest kind of internet rivalries, you've ended up going on shows with, because you and Glenn Greenwald, I remember.
Oh, he's another one that,
But you got on his show.
The haters, and I made him apologize to me. They always come around.
So
they always come around. They come back begging on their knees saying, please come on my show. I'm sorry, I misunderstood you.
So Glenn Greenwald, you were on his show
Even Jack
recently.
Mack.
Well, no, I've actually never said anything mean about you, I don't
No,
think.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You've
I
definitely,
don't
when I was researching you, it was almost astounding how many rivalries and beefs you've had with so many people.
But it's very one-sided. Like,
I don't think so.
No? Well,
Because now, like, David Pakman wants your head on a stake.
oh yeah, the Democrat people hate me now. I also went on the Andreessen Horowitz podcast twice, and they didn't release.
Well, okay, so Mark Andreessen.
He fucking hates me.
Is your favorite social media app TikTok?
You know what? This is toxic, but I think my favorite social media app is still Twitter.
But do you think now with like Mark getting involved with TikTok,
Yeah.
is that concerning for you? Because now you have, and we'll obviously get to Elon soon enough, but you now have Mark, who it's reported will be within this new group.
Yeah,
that is
it's like
kind of-
Larry Ellison, Michael Dell.
But do you think Mark will potentially target you on that app?
I'm sure. I mean, I don't know. Like, my concern, my concern more, aside from like deplatforming, which by the way Elon did to me as well, Mark Andreessen is just so desperate for social clout and so desperate to kind of be seen as.
But you did attack him on the Clubhouse app, right?
I wrote critically about Clubhouse. He should man up and stop, having a fucking hissy fit every time someone covers one of his apps critically.
Okay.
Like, stop being a loser about it. Like, yeah, I reported critically on your shitty app. Okay, so now you're gonna have a years-long meltdown? Like, you're a billionaire. Why are you even on here? It's desperate.
Do you ever feel like you could be seen as desperate for clout, desperate for
I'm a
clicks?
journalist, of course I'm out there.
Okay,
I'm
because
a media worker. I'm trying to get attention on my work.
You've been known as the queen of, maybe not, doxing's the wrong word, but
definitely
queen
not
of deplatforming.
That's very silly to me because who have I deplatformed?
Well, there was, during the Twitter files, there was multiple instances of your name coming up. And Twitter
They were
saying,
trying to deplatform me. I was kicked off Twitter. But name one person that I have deplatformed.
well, I can't say one.
Because it doesn't exist.
A Twitter engineer, according to an independent journalist, did say that you reported a lot of it.
No.
You were the queen of reporting.
No, actually, you can go, and this is completely false. This is the same fucking guy, by the way, this random guy on Twitter that claimed that my family controls what they were talking about is the Internet Archive, and that I control the Internet Archive.
Does your uncle own the TV wing of it?
No.
So obviously, and that's going to get into the Elon aspect, where
'Cause Elon platformed this conspiracy that my family controlled the Internet Archive. My uncle was like a freelancer, like working on like archiving TV links or something once. Like,
with
years
the
ago.
Wayback Machine?
No, with the Internet Archive.
So on the record,
On the record, I have absolutely no connection
your
to...
uncle does not own the TV side of the Wayback Machine.
No. My uncle just like worked there once, like years ago.
Okay. He wasn't the owner of...
You didn't...
An employee is a little bit different than ownership.
Yeah. It's so funny. The idea that like if you control the Wayback Machine, like you control the internet, like there's like 50 million different archive sites. But now people archive my tweets for me. Some guy made an archive on stuff.
Like a website, yeah. I think I saw that. I think it was the
Yeah.
Taylor. So every tweet from Taylor Lorenz you can now find.
You can find it.
But and then Elon also replied to this thread where it was, I think, a
Yeah.
20. I was just going to pull it up. It was a 20 tweet thread. This is the most embarrassing thing to come out of the Twitter files from Elon Musk himself.
They were reporting, wow, she's a heavy user. I know that's not true because I don't even know how to like do that.
You've never, you never contacted old Twitter
The
administration
only
to...
time I ever contacted Twitter about something related to like me, which I
Yeah.
think happened maybe like 2 or 3 times ever, is people posting my parents' address.
Okay,
Because
that's
again,
fair.
my parents have been swatted and had to leave their house and had whatever. It's been a whole thing.
Yes, and you infamously once promoted
Oh, I
a
promoted
Bark phone.
It's a software company that puts restrictions and blocks kids from accessing social media.
But you then said that you were not
I was
paid
not
for
paid,
it.
no.
But why did you put hashtag ad on it?
Because I for a while was like, I over disclose. So like I was just doing like hashtag ad on anything that I promote. For instance, I've done a bunch with Air, which is like a Dropbox competitor. They're not paying me to post, but I'm promoting because
And you put hashtag ad on that.
I did, not anymore. Guess what? No more disclosures.
No
from
more
me.
hashtag
no more
ad
hashtag ad
after
unless
Bark
I'm getting
phone.
paid. Well, yeah,
But
'cause
even the
people were
Bark
like-
phone thing, people were so mad about
I know,
that.
it's so weird because I'm like, you guys, the people that were mad at that are the ones that want restrictions on social media. And I'm like, this is the phone that prevents kids from getting on social media. Isn't that what all of you guys spend all day wanting? It's just because I did it.
You grew up in New York?
I was born in New York, but I mostly grew up in Connecticut.
So you didn't go to Swedish?
No, I did a study
Swiss?
abroad. I did do a study abroad
Oh,
program
but-
in high school.
Okay,
yeah.
because people say you went to Swiss boarding school.
Yeah, that
it's
is,
It's another. It's almost impressive how many different theories there are about you. When you say the name Taylor Lorenz, it elicits a response. There's people that are on the internet that are really, really on both sides that are very just over the top, but it doesn't seem like that's you. Like you don't have a nickname. Well, I did call you Queen Doxer.
Oh, that's not really a nickname. But again, who have I ever doxed? Like,
Well, the Libs of TikTok thing was definitely
here's
something.
what's so crazy though. She
Like, who have I ever
tweeted
done-
under her own
No,
fucking name.
but you
Her
can't
handle
ask.
was hire right check.
But you can't ask who have I ever doxed, and it's like you showed up at somebody's house.
But I've showed up at many people's house, and that is what
But that
reporters do.
is- that-
That's not doxing. After you show up, let me tell you something. If you're going to report on someone, especially report on their identity or report on anything, like if you
But
can't,
isn't that doxing?
no, to show up,
No, to report on somebody's identity.
first of all, her identity was public.
Well,
It
let's
was
say it
already on
wasn't
Twitter.
public. Would you
It
have
was
done
already
it?
on Twitter.
Would you have done it?
Well, here's the thing with why I would have done it for her and why I don't think you should reveal. There's a huge difference between a private citizen and somebody with who is taking
Massive
millions
page.
of dollars and is doing interviews. She was doing interviews on Fox News and with the New
her.
York Post with her.
I remember, that's pretty funny. Have you had like direct contacts with government agencies throughout? The CIA did follow you on Instagram though, right?
I think they follow like a ton of celebrities, and I did see that. That was like another conspiracy. Those agencies, I'm probably on their watch list. Like I'm not really pro-government.
So you've never reported anybody like been like you should look into this. You should
No,
look
no,
at
no,
never.
no, absolutely not. I don't interact with law. First of all, I'm not reporting. I'm reporting on influencers. I encourage people to go talk to law enforcement. I'm a big skeptic, if you haven't noticed, of our sort of law enforcement system generally.
Yeah.
So I don't work closely with anyone. I think those people generally don't fuck with me.
Okay.
And so it's very hilarious to think that I'm.
So you've
like,
never reported like an influencer or anybody to the FBI?
No.
All right, because that was one of the theories on the internet about you.
No.
I was talking with people that were sure of it.
No.
That like you had direct contact with governments, government agencies, and also direct contact with Twitter to take down certain profiles. No.
Where's your receipts? There are no receipts. It's just these like vague
Where are your
conspiracies.
receipts?
And it's
I will
like,
say, when I was researching, there were no, outside of like the email, that screenshot from Aria.
which is like a one out of context screenshot.
It could have been out of
After somebody
context.
has messaged me a million times And I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. Go reach out to the Justice Department.
Some photos where you're inside without a mask. How do you decide when not to?
No, I never wear. The only time that I've ever been inside without a mask since I got sick was every single person in that inside has PCR tested that day.
You were at an event, I think Dylan Mulvaney was there, but you weren't wearing a mask.
So that was right, because again, there's only like, I think 5 or 6 people in that photo, maybe 10 people in that photo.
There's 12, but yeah.
Okay, but every single person in that, first of all, that is a room that is open to the outside. Every single person in that photo had PCR tested to walk in, yes. And they had to share their proof of it to walk into that event. And even then, I made them even take precautions.
If I wanted to have dinner with you and 6 other media people.
Inside, you'd be PCR testing.
To allow you to, like.
Because, and also, and not only that, I would also ask that you like take precautions leading up. Only because, Jack, I have no immune system, so I'm just not fucking around with it.
Well, honestly, before I came,
I'll send you a box.
I did. I was like, I need to bring a mask.
What is? Oh, it's a pickleball. I'm very into pickleball.
Oh, Taylor Lorenz is into pickleball. That's the least shocking thing I think I've heard about you. Taylor Lorenz, pickleball player. She's coming for your Twitter account.
Oh my God, sorry.
No, it's fine. No, get the.
My like allergy spray.
Where then you had the opposite, where a lot of these individuals. One of my favorite, I made a TikTok about this. One of my favorite, you want to move?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move.
The opposite, talking about this.
You keep your apartment thermostat at 90 degrees?
No, it was at 90 degrees
Why?
when I took that picture, I think. I keep it really warm. At
what degree? What degree do you keep your thermostat at?
I'll tell you. I'm going to be the last one standing after climate change because, first of all, my body temperature is literally 3 degrees lower permanently than it's supposed to be.
So what do you keep your thermostat at?
I keep it around 82. And I love it.
One of the most insane things.
But here's the thing, it's a dry heat.
So, and then one of the big theories about you is, I haven't really seen this, on Wikipedia, it has like a 2-year age.
Yeah, because I don't confirm my birthday, my address, my family members, or anything about
So you won't you won't tell us how old you are right now? Even we could break it right now. This could be the clip that breaks it. So it could be, I've seen it anywhere from you were born 88 to 91, and then also you at one point said you were 50 years old.
These people, I'm either too young or too old or whatever. I think my age is irrelevant. My work history is public.
That's one of the #1 things people attack you on, that they say their favorite part about Taylor Lorenz is that you have no idea how old she is, and then she's kind of like a World War I, World War II relic that you don't, or somebody that was around there was like an estimation of when they were born.
Yeah, it's one day Candace Owens is gonna, do.
No, but you and Candace are best friends.
I've never even met Candace.
No, Candace likes you. That was probably a highlight of your career when she and Tucker were like, I like Taylor Lorenz.
Yeah, I think they were kind of making fun of me in that segment. I was so surprised.
I actually think that was
earnest?
a true.
All right.
Now, of course, sometimes I don't know with either of them.
Tucker, I'm so interested to know kind of.
They think you actually believe what you report on, and I think
That's true.
no, and I believe that, and I think they were saying we would rather that, where they sometimes feel as if some other people that are controversial do not.
Yeah.
And I think that's the ultimate compliment somebody can give you, and even the viewpoints I've kind of quote unquote pressured you on, you can tell you truly believe these, and I think that's what Tucker and Candace were saying.
Yeah.
So we're in Central Park.
We are.
This is the place that Luigi Mangione fled to and then got away.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You famously have said that you felt joy on that day.
I felt joy that we were acknowledging the barbarity of our healthcare system.
So do you?
I stand by that 100%.
And you felt joy there was memes being shared in your
think it's
group
really-
chat. A CEO has been dead, and you also called. I think you called Luigi. Is he a hero in your mind?
I've definitely never said that. What I would say is that, yeah, I've definitely never said that in my life.
A morally good man?
Definitely never said that. I said his supporters view him as a morally good man.
All right.
I don't think we actually know much about his morality or kind of really much about his ideology. I think he's a reactionary.
So do you think
centrist.
he's a good person?
I have no idea. We don't really know.
I would say
about
bad. We can't be going out and shooting people right on the street.
Obviously. But I think we just don't even know enough about his ideology and his motivations. I think what's so interesting about him.
Why else would you shoot someone dead, the United Healthcare CEO, if, this was a guy that we didn't even know the name of.
Right. Some killers want fame. Some killers are driven to like they want to make a mark, they want to have a high, I'm not saying that he sort of did it to be high agency, but I think that like when somebody takes an act that drastic and that public, I think there's just a lot that we don't know yet. And until the trial and until we get to know more about his motivations, I don't think that we should assign a particular ideology or a particular kind of
like, not even saying like you don't want more Luigis.
We don't want more gun violence in America, period. We have seen escalating, basically signs of a very unstable democracy where we will see probably more and more political violence because our system is run by billionaires. Average people feel like we have a very violent structure of society in America. I think what we need to do to de-radicalize people is fix our system. Average people are so disenfranchised that they don't have a voice because they're not billionaires. Nobody's talking about the violence of our for-profit insurance industry, which is violent and murderous and
it's
death.
It's out there. Yeah, it is out there that like a lot of people do talk about the kind of scams and kind of like disgusting things that insurance companies do. But I think there is a frustration where it's kind of like people see like they look at Luigi and he's become, because he's an attractive guy, he's become kind of like this cult icon. And it feels as if it's like, oh, we don't really know his motive. We don't really know why he did it. But like the man cold blood murdered somebody. He should be villainized for that.
Well, because there's a hypocrisy. Because the violence, the act of violence of the shooting is always that if you commit violence, a violent act against someone in power or someone with money and wealth and power, that will always be condemned by the media. But what about the acts of violence that are committed against people without power? That is almost never condemned by the media, or it is certainly not the focus of the coverage. And that is the hypocrisy that so many Americans struggle with and get angry about. And that is, I think, what is leading them to take increasingly violent acts, because they see that, oh, violence doesn't actually matter. And you guys are fine with violence, right? You guys are fine with murder. It's just that some people's lives are viewed as expendable. We should have a system that works, that values life.
And someone in that video, that was one of your best performing videos, and it was done really well. Someone's got to do it. And that was a trend on TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes I feel as if like people will take what you're talking about out of context, and it's like you're talking about the trend.
The fact that no mainstream media was writing about that trend, one of the biggest trends on TikTok and Twitter for months, these posts are getting millions and millions of likes, are about assassinating the president and assassinating other people in power.
And like when you saw Charlie Kirk assassinated, do you think like reporting immediately?
Immediately.
Did you regret the video or no?
No, because my video is criticizing.
Okay,
and my video is sounding the alarm and saying, guys, we are going to see levels of political violence that we're not used to because we have created this fucked up system. People do not feel heard through traditional systems. And we don't know, again, everything about sort of Charlie Kirk's killers and his motivations. But generally, I think we are going to see...
Pretty clear, wouldn't you say?
I don't want to like speculate, but what I will say is
I mean, we can say like things that have been reported, unless there is... Now, you can call into question the reporting of it from the systems that we were talking about, FBI.
But no matter who killed him, the point is that we are going to have more and more extrajudicial violence when people feel like they can't be heard through traditional means, and when they feel like that America is a very violent country and people in power refuse to acknowledge that violence.
But it's tough for people. They see Charlie Kirk, they saw the video, and the video was such a like, oh my God. Yeah. And then they see so many people celebrating, and obviously...
But they've also been watching videos, they've also been watching our tax dollars blow up children abroad for years.
Yeah, but we're talking about Charlie Kirk right now.
No, but it's very tied to each other, where people are witnessing violence, and they're witnessing the violence of our government and our state, and the fact that our government is very comfortable with a level of violence against certain people.
It feels as if there's like a little bit of an aspect that's celebrating, and like it's like...
I think that's how it's positioned as by the media, which again is frustrating, because as somebody...
I think you could talk about the systems being really messed up and also saying this is something that can't happen.
But I did say that. If you go back and watch my interviews, I do say that. But what gets put into the headlines, for instance, is out of context me describing the way his supporters feel, or people asking, at that point with the CNN interview, we were talking about the girls that are writing him love letters and standing outside his jail cell, right? The girl that was like, I'm married to Luigi's AI or something.
Would you do that?
No.
Are you attracted to Luigi?
No, I think Luigi is like a terrible, like, I don't know his ideology. I don't know.
I think I do. I would say 98%.
We understand why people commit acts of violence, but that doesn't condone the violence. And that is something that is not a super hard concept to grasp.
Yes.
It doesn't get headlines, but it is the reality. And I think that it's.
And what did you think of like the millions of likes that people got and millions of views of people being like happy that Charlie Kirk died?
Oh, because he was a terrible person in a lot of people's view.
And like their point of view, so I was like, oh,
yeah.
it's like.
Look, I think you can be happy that someone died and still not be cool with the method of their killing. You know, I'm not going to like lose sleep over certain people dying.
Yeah, of course. I don't think anybody was asking people to mourn him. I think more people being
I think a lot of people were being asked to mourn him. I think like the censorship and what we've seen of online of people kind of like doxing and attacking people that were sort of insufficiently.
But these people were
celebrating him dying, or celebrating him being shot, or celebrating the fact that he's gone and saying that he was a racist.
Mocking thoughts and prayers. Like this was a man of faith. Now I understand.
But look at what the right did for years when George Floyd died. They did the George Floyd challenge and the Trayvoning and stuff. People, this is America. The internet's going to be the internet. I think
that is true. We agree on that.
We preserve speech. I think if people want to make. If I die and a bunch of people on the right want to go have a party and say,
I would defend you, by the way.
I would say, you know what the fuck? I stand by my beliefs, and if you think I was an evil person and you're happy that I'm dead, you have every right to celebrate my death if you're happy that I'm dead.
I will not. I would.
You will not. You'll mourn
I will
me.
not. No, I would go to your funeral. These weren't people that weren't mourning. It wasn't like, why didn't you go out there and say R.I.P. Charlie Kirk? These were people doing TikTok dances. Like, these are really, really awful things. I wouldn't want an EMS driver or someone in EMS or a surgeon to be celebrating, like to be operating on me, that also celebrated Charlie Kirk's death, especially publicly.
Well, the thing is, I think this is the internet is that we increasingly know people's ideologies. I'm sure I've been treated by who knows what, you know what I mean?
But I wouldn't want somebody to serve me food in that way either.
Well, now we have social media, and if Biden and Trump get their way, we won't have anonymity. You can look up your Uber Eats driver.
I think it's almost better that we know that a surgeon wanted to, like, was dancing.
I'd rather know than not know. But
I want to know that. So? Because that person may be operating on me. What if we got, God forbid, we got into a car crash? We're not going to because we're not driving right now, but let's say. And then it's like, oh, Jack, I didn't like his TikTok.
But that person has that belief system whether they post about it or not. And so if you...
I think there's a little bit of a difference between somebody posting and celebrating in person than like deep down feeling something.
I think...
That usually means something that could be a little bit different. I think there are people that may have hated Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
But then been like, this is awful, we can't have that. And I don't care if somebody works for Turning Point USA that I'm operating on. I would not feel safe.
I don't know enough about like surgeon culture.
Thank you for giving me so much time. Please go and support her. She has a YouTube channel. She has a Substack. You have a Patreon?
I have a Patreon.
Buy Extremely Online, which is her book that came out in 2022?
2023.
2023. Great book. You sent me one. And she does not want to marry AI Luigi Maggione.
No, sorry.
I was hoping you would say yes just for the clip, but no.
I'll do the stunt wedding.